Welcome all to Avalanche's Final Fantasy VII playthrough. After completing the first two segments in Midgar and in Calm, we now face a series in which we'll be crossing the eastern continent all the way to Junon. Previously we've been around the Chocobo farm area and headed through Mithril Mine. In this part of the series there isn't any prevalent boss battles coming up, but there is a bit of stealing and grinding to be done, and in particular we're going to collect a new member of
the main continent, and if you look in the menu now it will say we're in the Junon area. The continent's often named after sort of the main town or city, if you like, in the area. If we have a little explore, we can see there's only two main areas we need to sort of visit. And the first one is optional, really. So I'll just play through this battle first. It's also good as well just to have a little look around and explore against the enemies. You know, if you're not entirely sure where you are, have a fight against a few enemies, try a bit of stealing, see if there's any nice items you can find. Obviously, I'll point out all the really good weapons and stuff that you can find. But, you know, there's a few times you can find maybe a nice ether or something. Remember, we can sell ethers for 750 gold, so it's always good to try and find a, you know, quick bargain, if you like. And as always, keep using your limit breaks whenever you can until you get to a boss area, in which case it's good to do limit building. There's not a boss for a while, so we can do a bit of training and whatnot, and just use our limit breaks to find, you know, just to find out how well we can do damage. So the next area I'm going to quickly show you around is a place called Fort Condor. Now, this will be a very quick area at the moment. We do come back here later on. So, we click here, and they've been fighting the Shinra on this battlefield. Now, if you speak to the guy there and ask him where Junon is, he'll tell you where to go to get to Junon, but it's the only other dot on this part of the continent that you can reach. Now, this area is entirely optional, but I'm just going to show you what happens here. The reason why it's a good area is because there's a free rest point, so I'm just going to use the free rest point and also save up. So we climb up here and we're in some sort of guard tower. And you speak to the chap here. So it's a battle against the Shinra. And Barret wants to know what the jackasses are doing here. Why not listen to what he has to say? So I might as well. There's a reactor and a Condor up there. Now the Condor bird, obviously, that's why it's known as Fort Condor. But why are you trying to shoot it down? What's wrong with having a big Condor on top of a reactor? Now the reactor's producing some sort of special materia, and the Condor is stopping Shinra getting access to that special materia. And obviously the people here just want the Condor just to, you know, stay alive and keep, you know, let the little bird sort of live and leave the fort. So they want you to sponsor them, in other words, give them money. Now, at the moment, we're not too sort of rich, but later on in the game, when you've got more money, you can come here and, you know, have a battle and whatnot. Now, if we go down here, there's a save point and a rest, so that's what I'm going to do. Save me a bit of money, save up and have a rest. Obviously on the world map you can save at any time, but to rest costs money in a tent. Now, the real important thing here is that we can have a little sort of mini-game if you'd like. What you can do is you can buy some troops and play a little sort of tactical mini-game. Now I'm not going to go through it yet because we'll do it later on. And it'll be one of these areas later on when we play the mini-game, a bit like War Market, where there's more than one scenario, so I'll show you through both scenarios. If you go up here, there's a shop where you can buy some items, but there's nothing sort of new you can buy here, you know. You've got two basic shops. And if we just look at this one first, you've got a materia shop here with just fire, ice, lightning and restore, the basic materials if you like. And here you've got another shop which will just sell you some basic items, so you've got potions, hypers, tranquilizers. Buy a couple of tranquilizers because we're short, and some hypers, but other than that there's nothing else to do. Sell a couple of ethers to make some money. At the moment we've got just over 10,000 gil, so we're more than adequately prepared. Everyone's got their best weapons at the moment, so we don't need to worry too much. That is essentially Fort Condor. Now if we go up here, this will take us to the battlefield. I'm not going to go up there because we're not going to actually have a battle at the moment, because what happens is you buy little enemies and you sort of move them around as if it was like, you know, a little Warhammer game or something, and play with your troops. It's more like sort of Command and Conquer or Warhammer or something, you know, a little troop game. I'm going to fade out now until we get to a forest near Junon, where we're going to actually have a fight with a mystery ninja So we'll then become this area here. We can explore these little forest areas. Now, if we explore these forest areas, we have a chance to get into a random battle with sort of a little mini boss, if you like, known as Mystery Ninja. Now, the reason we're going to do that is we're going to fight and attack this Mystery Ninja until it relatively dies. Obviously, it won't actually die. And then we'll find out that this Mystery Ninja is actually a person we can recruit into our party to get a 6th party member. Now, I want to do this because I want all the party members as possible. There are 9 in total, and this will be the 6th person we can get into our party, along with the current 5 we've got. This person also brings with her a piece of materia, throw materia, which is a command materia. And also, along with everything else, it's just a bit of an extra dynamic to have, it's good to have extra people. So I'll just let this battle play out and then I'll show you what areas you need to sort of run around in to try and encounter this Mystery Ninja. If you notice as well, because it's kind of like a boss battle, I'm not using my limit breaks. Cloud's very hurt there after that spell did rather a lot of damage. So after battle I'll heal up. All 3 characters are either on the limit or close to the limit, so when we get into the battle we can attack straight away, throw all the limit breaks at her. So I'm just going to heal up with Tifa. There we go, everyone's fully healed. And you can just go into any of these forests. I'm going to go into the biggest one because I've got the most chance of finding it because I can run around more and more. Now, we won't get into a boss theme tune when we fight her. So here's one of the battles we can face against a load of random people. These aren't that strong, but there's a lot of them, so you've just got to be wary. So I'm actually going to cast Chocobo because I'm a bit wary of how strong they can get. Their Grand Spark attack, obviously, doing thunder-based damage to us, and it does a lot. As you can see, they're all attacking Cloud here to try and get him to die. So I'll just let this battle play through. Now, if we get into a battle with this Mystery Ninja, it has, not too much HP, but then after we get into a battle with it, we don't get the person straight away, we have to then go through a series of cutscenes. Obviously, I'll play through the cutscenes with you, just to show you what to expect. You'll notice as well, summon now for Barret is grey, because once we've cast it once, we can't cast it again until it levels up. And for summon material to level up takes a lot more AP, So I'm just going to heal up again. You'll notice I'm healing a lot here. That's commonplace, so buying things like tents, you really need to buy a lot of tents and use them to do some training here. So hopefully the next battle will be it. If it isn't, I'll just skip it until we get to the actual battle.
Finally! That took me an absolute age to get into battle with this Mystery Ninja. So much so, I've actually managed to level up someone's limit break to level 2. Barrett's actually got a level 2 limit break now. So apologies for the sort of lack of transition. But hopefully we'll be able to kill her pretty quickly. I've actually been able to train up so much, I've got 3 levels on all my characters, and it was that easy to win. So if you look now, I'm level 18, 17 and 17. So, now, whilst you're here, never go into your menu, because if you go into your menu, you'll lose. That includes using the save point. So you click on her, and she goes, I can't believe I lost. And then she says, let's have a go again. Now, if you say alright, you'll get into another battle with her, get to the same situation. You click not interested, because you're clearly worried that she's too good. Stay and fight. So now if you click on her again, what's the matter? Are you scared? Yes, you're scared. Basically, you've got to pick the option that makes her sound dead big-headed. In other words, she's brilliant. And then, now she's going to leave, but don't go yet. I want to have a quick chat with you. You want me to go with you? Yeah, definitely. Please. Now, if you click what's your name, that's bad. You've got to click let's hurry. Because now, when you run off, she'll be like, okay, let's go with you, and then you get to name her. Because if you ask her to tell your name, you go into the menu, and anytime you go into the menu, she steals stuff from you. She's a ninja. She's devious. So her name is Yuffie. And she planned all this, apparently. A little this, a little that, and then she can steal something, apparently. We don't know yet what. And that was it. That was the sort of target for this, but in the meantime,
I managed to get Barret to kill enough enemies to get a level 2 limit break grenade one. And what that does is it throws a grenade up, explodes it, and it attacks every single opponent. And it's the first limit break we've got that does that. So it's a really good limit break to have. But when you have a level 2 limit break, the gauge grows slower. So that if you take damage, it doesn't grow as quickly. So you've got to be wary of that. So Barret's limit gauge will now grow a lot slower than everyone else's, but it's a much stronger limit break. In order to get a new level 2 limit break, you have to have killed 80 people. Now, a lot of the enemies we're fighting around here aren't strong, but there's lots of them. So if you have like Bolt All or a summon spell, it allows you to attack them all. Now, I've achieved what I set out to achieve, was to get Yuffie in the party. Yuffie joins at the average level of all the other members. So you've got 18, 17, 17, 14 and 16. So I'm going to swap Yuffie with Tifa. Now, if you double click on someone in the PHS, it shows you what they've got equipped, and you can see there's a bit of a materia equipped there. If we just have a quick look at it, it's throw. It comes with 300 AP, and it allows you to throw an item at an enemy. Once you've thrown it at an enemy, you lose it forever, but it does a lot more damage, hundreds more damage. So it's a really good thing to have. But that's all I want to do now, so I'm going to fade out now until I get into Junon. Now, just before we continue to Junon, I just thought I'd point out, these enemies that we've fought once or twice, formulas, we're actually able to steal a new weapon. Ironically, for Yuffie, we've literally just got her in the party and we can already find her a new weapon. Now, it's not the best weapon to steal, but it's a free weapon, so I figure we might as well take it. So, as per usual, it will probably take a few steals to get it, but we've got 2 people doing steal now, so it should hopefully speed things up a little bit. Yuffie's the one who's taken over all of Tifa's material, so Yuffie's now our healer. So I'm going to get Yuffie to cast Cure All, but there's no need. We've already got the weapon, the boomerang. So I'm going to heal up, and then I'm going to get Cloud to cast Bolt All. Barret can just attack. You'll notice as well that all 3 characters have got their limit gauges full. That's deliberate. So I'm going to defend with that, and I'm going to cast Bolt On, because we've actually got a boss that's appearing soon, so I want to make sure that we're all ready for the boss by having full limit gauges.
Okay, and that was all for the second part of the Junon playthrough from mine Avalanche's Final Fantasy VII playthrough. We've completed some of the tasks that we set out to do, getting a new party member and some more items for her. In the next episode, what you're going to do is we're going to head into Junon after we've done some grinding and fight our next boss battle.